Ladies and gentlemen, in every game there are titans and legends who walk among us. For Supreme Commander 2, over the past year and a half, it has proven to be these two players. Welcome back to the 10-year anniversary tournament. We are in the finals of the winner bracket, and could you really not tell that these were the two that would make it? Honestly, there have been a lot of great players. But anyhow, I am joined by Mr. Steal Your Girl to cast this amazing match, and I will pass it on to him to introduce our first player.
All right, so it is the finals. The map is Powderhorn Mesa, and we got the first legend, the first titan I will be introducing is Iron Commander, spawning in as the red Cybernaceau, dropping down an air factory and a double land factory. Quite different from what people usually do here. Usually people go triple land or die. But let's see how that works out for him. It is Iron Commander, of course, Knight of Misfortune. What is the other guy doing?
The other guy is none other than our white AN commander, hailing from Russia. Don't poke his melon or he'll bleed foxes. It is, of course, FoxTermelon from Clan AA, opening up with a double air factory and already getting some anti-air for that scout.
We got some tickles of Harvogs here, and he is... when you cut him open, he bleeds foxes? My goodness, I don't know if I like that. But that is hilarious either way.
Or maybe he bleeds watermelon seeds. I don't know.
Whoa. So if you plant a watermelon seed, what do you get? A fox grows?
Yes,
or
that's exactly what happens in the deep Siberian forests of Russia.
Really?
Yeah. It's a national secret. Huh. Putin doesn't want you to know it, but yeah, we have whole gardens full of foxes.
Why'd you tell us that?
Oops. Fuck.
Now we're in trouble.
Now
we're in trouble. Now you killed us.
Nuclear launch detected.
Strategic launch detected. Oh, here comes Putin.
Oh my God, what is this opening from Iron? That is a crazy amount of factories.
Yeah, he's Cybran. He could afford it. Build cost, build time, could afford that. But I'm more concerned with FoxTermelon's build, like the double land factory. I mean, it's got to be tough because Iron Commander transitioned from an air factory opener. He went to triple land, so he could afford this, no problem.
Yeah, and now we're gonna see, point defense push.
That's why FoxTermelon didn't build a third land factory. He wants mass for point defense creeping.
I mean, if there's one thing that Iron has hard difficulty dealing with, it's point defense push from Fox.
Fox likes his cheesy builds, and it really paid off for him.
Yeah,
there's the factory.
Yeah, Iron just continues struggling against this this type of push. I don't know what that engagement was, but FoxTermelon sets himself up on a really strong foot here in the opening match.
Yeah, I think Iron Commander needs some Cobras, or else he's going to be in a lot of trouble. There they are.
Yeah, it would be interesting if he would adapt the nuclear pizza build. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Mechanized stream, but he was using the nuclear was rather using the same build we saw him use against Vanity when Vanity was put in the lower bracket, which, by the way, I'm super surprised that Vanity is out of this tournament now. But yeah, we do have a lot of old people remaining still. Polar Bear is out. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy. But I do love how FoxTermelon and his engineer are sucking up the delicious yummy mass. Dat mass, yo. And again, the double long-range point defense underneath shields. Very strong position, especially this early on.
Absolutely, but it looks like the bot count has kind of equalized, and now there's Cobras on the field. FoxTermelon is building his own mobile missile launcher, so that's going to be quite nice as well. It's all going to come down, can Iron control his army well enough?
Yeah, the fish tooth spam is upon us. But yeah, let's see how Iron Commander responds.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to huddle behind that mass extractor there. Probably has structured Dedo as well.
Trying to get a point defense, deciding against it. Probably getting a factory shield.
Oh, structured Dedo? No, doesn't quite get it.
I don't think he's got structure detonate yet.
Yeah, but he's preventing Fox from really kind of pushing in and building some point defenses with those Cobras, so I do quite like it. I know he has been practicing a lot for this. He knew he was going to play FoxTermelon at some point, so I'm really, really hoping Fox or Iron Commander can manage to pull off a win today, because he hasn't beat Fox in tournaments forever.
Look up north.
Oh, yeah. Sneaky, sneaky Iron Commander. That can happen.
Sneaky. Let's see what that does, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a ways off from FoxTermelon base, which, by the way, FoxTermelon is not expanding. So if this continues going like it does and Iron manages to hold his position, this will definitely go in Cybern's favor towards the late game.
Absolutely.
And
I think we should see some Brackman. I think we need some Brackman.
You know, on this map, I don't know about that, because A, there's Harvogs on the field. They're super fast, easy to dodge with. And also, this is Powderhorn Mesa. It's super open. And then against Teleport, I also don't really like Brackman as well. But, hey, what do I know?
Well,
I'm just the dumbest caster.
We saw Brackman hit pretty hard against FoxTermelon in the last match we casted.
That is true. FoxTermelon is not the best at controlling against Brackman fire. You're right.
He likes to group up. He loves to group up.
It's not that, but I don't know why Fox, like, he has great control of his units, but for some reason he just doesn't like to micro side to side, or rather he's not really good at microing side to side. But you could argue that positional warfare is more important in Supreme Commander 2. So, yeah.
He likes to group up.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, look at this. He got out a mobile missile launcher, or sorry, a point defense right as he got his mobile missile launchers to the front, gonna prevent Iron Commander from really pushing out. And I'm wondering what Iron Commander is going for here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Nanogun, but obviously we're so far off from that. And I would say actually Powderhorn Mesa is very anti-Iron.
He's getting
type of
adapters.
Map. Oh, is he? Why?
Yep. To protect against the fish tooth spam. And look at that engineer. It's almost there. What's he gonna? Is he gonna get the
Has
factory?
Fox noticed this? Fox
No,
is looking at the front. He's not looking at his base at all.
What's this? It's gonna take a factory. What's it doing?
The engineers of Iron are winning this game for him.
Iron could rebuild using the Aeon thing right over the Rex and get that reclaim. I mean that wreck bonus.
Guys, I really hope my thing wasn't muted the whole time. I really hope.
Hear you.
No, the stream was muted.
The stream is not muted right now. It better not be muted.
I think it was.
Seriously?
I don't know for how long. I'm pretty sure I unmuted it, but I might have messed up a couple of buttons later on. I think people would have told me if it was muted since the beginning, though. by now.
FoxTermelon GG's.
Yep, does
And
indeed.
game 1 goes to Iron.
All right, guys.
Well done, Iron.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize I muted it, but hopefully you still were able to see what was going on. That was a crazy capture from FoxTermelon, or sorry, Iron Commander. Jesus, and he's finally able to win map 1. I don't think he's won map 1 since forever. So we're gonna go to game 2 here in just a second. I'll make sure I don't fuck up my audio anymore. Thanks, guys. We'll be right back.
That was amazing. Welcome back, everyone, to the finals of the OSS 10-year anniversary tournament. Guys, welcome back. We love having you here. Seriously, hit that follow button on Nite's Twitch. Help him out. He put so much work into this, guys. Give him some love. So anyhow, it's game 2. I already said that. The map is Open Palms. Nite, please introduce the first player.
All right, on the bottom of the map, trailing 1-0 behind his opponent, it is the one and only player from Siberia. It is FoxTermelon, opening up with a single air factory, and this opens up a lot of funny shenanigans. But I think his opponent is ready for it. What do you think, girl? Who is his opponent, and what is he doing?
Well, he is the legendary Iron Commander, spawning in as the red Cyber Commander, dropping down an air factory, a land factory, and then ecoing all the things. And he's going for a scout, but that scout is going to be mulched by those We Do Boths.
Absolutely, but the scout is kind of necessary here. And it's situations like this, honestly, I think that FoxTermelon can bring out his funky TML play, but I think we are not going to see that because his land factory is positioned kind of closer to his main base.
Yeah, it's unlikely to TML Cybran also because they got those adapters. Those adapters are fairly cheap, and they're very, very useful on the field, whether you use them for TMD or whether you use them for they could be used as shields and anti-air, so you don't really want those on the field if you could help it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what, Iron Commander, I think for the last times they played in tournaments, they played on this map very frequently, and in the past 3 or 4 times Iron has not managed to win on this map, and this is actually his pick. So I wonder if he's finally prepared to take on the FoxTermelon in his home turf. I think we can say now.
So the last map was Fox's pick?
No, the last map I think was Iron's pick because Iron won the heads tails.
The coin toss, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
and Fox banned. What did he ban? I forget what they banned. But yeah, I believe this is Fox's pick. I would be surprised if it was Iron's pick, honestly, at this point, because he just doesn't... He's really, really good on this map against other players, but against FoxTermelon, he just has not had the luck on this map.
I mean, we saw FoxTermelon, his power. You know, he likes to do that shield in your face type of thing, and then do a point defense creep with the shields, which is so strong, and just... There's not a lot of counters to that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like this game is pretty stalematey, though, as both these players are expanding. I think Iron, typically so, is expanding a little faster. And actually, that's a really good point, because when we see Iron play FoxTermelon, he just doesn't expand for some reason. He's not playing his typical Iron game. And this time, we actually see those engineers in the typical Iron Commander expansion kind of pattern, if you will. So... And FoxTermelon is also like hanging back. This is also, I would say, typical FoxTermelon build. So until that engineer in the back starts building those energy generators, we're not going to really see him push out. And then he's probably going to grab that top expansion. And then we're going to see him kind of PD creep, same as he always does in this map. So it's pretty standard. And I really, really, really like this from Iron Commander. I think he's also trying to hide his loyalists, so he doesn't want FoxTermelon to know he's doing land, but I wonder how long that will last for him.
Well, he's got to know that there's a factory up front, right? He sees it.
Yeah, I mean, I think FoxTermelon knows. I mean, why would you build factories up there? Now he sees the land units obviously being built, so I don't think this is going to surprise him.
Yeah, he doesn't know how many though. So he's pushing
Right.
his land units up very quickly.
Yeah, I wonder why Iron. Okay, now there he goes. He moves his loyalists there, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, even if he does surprise FoxTermelon, if it doesn't stop FoxTermelon from doing exactly that, just pulling back his units back. FoxTermelon is going to pick off that mass extractor on the right-hand side and probably in the back as well, so I'm not really sure what Iron's plan was for that. Meanwhile, Iron is going to use that positional advantage that FoxTermelon is giving him to bomb the tanks of FoxTermelon as well, so that's quite a bit of a move, nice move, and I've been talking about that for quite some time. You know, how you don't necessarily respond to air bombing you by fighting it. You might want to try and bomb yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense to me because he is behind on the air units. So why would you engage directly,
Oh,
right?
FoxTermelon should not be engaging here. There's an anti-air tower. If Iron Commander was just a little closer to that a bombing run, I think he would have had a marvelous engagement there.
True. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and
And Iron Commander AA and up, gonna rebuild that mass extractor that was destroyed. So pretty good
absolutely.
moves there.
But, you know, at this point, it's pretty hard, even with one anti-air tower. I think at this point you almost even need, you know, a second anti-air tower because there's quite a bit of planes. I think there is, what is 4 times 3, 12? 12 planes out on the field, so they can two-shot that tower even with the engineer healing it.
Yeah, I think 15 is a one shot. 15, 16 is a one shot, and 12 is definitely, yeah. An engineer could not out repair the damage done. So yeah, you're correct on that. And we got some adapters on the field.
Yep, adapters
It
coming
looks like
out. That's definitely going to help, so we don't really need any more anti-air towers. And adapters should do the trick here.
he was going to Iron Commander was going to put down a research station, but decided to go with a mass extractor instead. Does Foxymelon has one research station, so he's probably going for teleport.
Oh
Or he
yeah,
might be saving
absolutely.
it.
I mean, on this map, you know, most AN players will go for that teleport. It's so open, it's so perfect that you can get a lot of mass to get a lot of units out in the kind of before that 15-minute mark, even the 13-minute mark probably. And yeah, you can just wreak havoc on open palms as an Aeon.
It's true. It's true. There's a little engagement there. Wow, Iron Commander is being very bold with his ACU.
Yeah, very interesting. It's also interesting. I was looking at the player perspective, and he actually wasn't looking directly at those units. So, Iron Commander has, I feel like in the past several months, he kind of is straying away from microing. Actually, it's not even I feel like. He told me this. So, he just macros, which, I mean, positional wars are really important.
Iron Commander is putting down a bunch of point defense, and I do not agree with that because, well, he's against Aeon. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to
Yeah.
outrange your PD.
Well, to be fair, that's exactly what Nuclear Pizza did against Vanity, and it worked marvelously. Vanity obviously wasn't on top of his game today, so it's hard to say. But, I mean, it almost worked against Iron as well. So you never know. You never know. If these adapters start covering it, might be pretty hard to deal with.
True that. True that. So I don't know if I like Foxymelon pushing his air in over the adapter fire. I mean, that's costing him. That cost him the air. He
Yeah,
lost air.
and now Iron Commander will really be able to abuse some of these expansions that FoxTermelon has, even bombing his main army here because there's obviously no anti-air. And you're right there, girl with PD's gonna go down here. They really haven't done much. I don't know. Iron just abandons that position completely.
I think he switched strategies at the last second. I think he was going to assault that expansion, and he now changed his mind. Now, FoxTermelon's putting down an anti-air tower in his expansion, really trying to keep this alive.
Yeah, 3 anti-air towers going back in the past 30 seconds or so. That's a lot. But he's still making air, so I think he's going to use them to maybe try and get a good fight. But I think that's definitely a good sync that Iron Commander is probably really happy about. And he's throwing down a bunch of land factories, girl.
Yes, he is. Both players are throwing down well, especially, geez, Iron Commander's throwing down a whole bunch of land factories. He's really committing to this.
And I really, really like how he's throwing them down. I think that's another thing he hasn't been, or Cybern players in general haven't been doing. They haven't been clumping their buildings very much. Normally, in a normal Iron Commander game, we would see him building those land factories up further, and that results in them not being as clumped. And that's obviously not very good for Structured Edo against Teleport.
This is true. This is true. And we could see a couple of anti-air units in FoxTermelon's army, and this is not really advantageous for him because the anti-air unit doesn't have multiple functions like the adapter does. So that is one less direct fire unit in FoxTermelon's army. So this army's slowly going to not be quite as strong, but he's going to continually reinforce the Yenzus, I'm sure, but he's still going to have those spots where they are not direct fire units, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's fine. What I'm kind of growing a little concerned about is, I mean, obviously the Aeon can survive without expanding too much more, but the Cybern, yeah, I feel like needs to expand. And just as I say that, Iron Commander queues up the expansion on the bottom right-hand side.
Yeah, I was noticing that he didn't cap all his back mass, and he's going to go over to the other expansion, which is a great move. Definitely needs to be done. And Teleport's on the field, so that's going to be a big problem for Iron Commander.
Yeah, but I think he's prepared with Structured Edo. Even Jump Jet's coming in now. Gonna Jump Jet straight into that defensive teleport. Oh my goodness, so much control happening for both of these players right now. Iron Commander is, I think, at the worst end here. Yeah, the PDs are just eating through those shields, and I mean, he wins the fight at the top, but the bottom is really what was kind of bad for him, as he kind of jump jetted into a bunch of point defenses.
Yikes. Iron Commander scouting with his entire air force. I do not agree with that.
That's some OSS scouting. Must be learning from Nite and JWix.
Oh man, I don't like seeing that.
It's gonna be so hard to deal with these point defenses that are coming out from FoxTermelon, and I don't even know why Iron keeps bothering jump jetting with his units. Honestly, it's just I feel like he's wasting a lot of his units to point defense fire. Oh wow. My God! Nicely done by Iron Commander with that wonderful unit detonation. Great play.
Oh man, that put him up.
Yeah, I just said like that those jump jets are not getting him anything, and then he gets a marvelous. Well, that wasn't even a jump jet. He just pressed on, and I think FoxTermelon thought he was gonna retreat, and nope, he kept on pressing.
Look at all those engineers for FoxTermelon sucking up all that delicious yummy mass. That mass, yo, my goodness.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's really helpful. And that's one of the things, an advantage for the defending player. So Iron has to be really careful. He has to also consider his resources.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
what is FoxTermelon putting down?
I don't know why he's going this, because there's adapters already on the field. This is going to be pretty ineffective, I think. Unless Iron just does not notice.
Right, and that's unlikely. That's super unlikely. We're going to see another unit detonate, I think. Oh, nice defensive teleport. Nicely done. Engineers getting slaughtered in the center. The TML is going to take out a mass extractor. Look.
I think
Iron
is doing it, girl.
You think so?
Yeah, he has been getting the better end of exchanges here for the past 2 minutes or so. He's starting to work on the base of FoxTermelon. I know it's albeit very, very slowly, but I think he's doing it. I mean, FoxTermelon is not expanding anymore. Yes, he's reclaiming a lot of mass, but that's really necessary at this point, I think.
But Iron Commander isn't doing much against the TML. He's not really responding to it.
TML is going to be super slow here.
Yeah, it's not going to do a lot of damage. But I think he's responding to it now. But it's still a threat.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a slew of reinforcements coming down the center of the map, and a lot of it is adapters, so they're going to intercept those mobile missile launchers, no problem. And FoxTermelon, I don't know, he's not dealing with this very well. Oh, shock coming out! Oh my god.
Wow, he saved this core mass quite well there. I mean, that shock really, really forced Iron Commander to pull back. I mean, the armies are slowly evening out, and Iron Commander is constantly losing mass extractors up front. That's going to hurt him, and he's losing. Look at all this, dude. He's lost 6 mass. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 7 mass extractors he's lost to TML fire?
Yeah, but I think what you got to remember here is FoxTermelon essentially is doing this in exchange for teleport. Because he went those TMLs, he went shock, obviously. He's doing pretty much no teleport, no shields on his unit. Wait, he does have shields, but obviously he chose it over teleport. Oh, he does have teleport. That's right. He's been defensing teleporting for half the game night. I am sorry. This game is just so crazy. It's causing me to go brain dead, man.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. It's just that the TML is it cleared out an entire expansion. It might not do anything for him, but it's definitely putting. Look at that. Iron Commander's losing a factory. It's putting a dent in Iron Commander's stuff for like the cost of the structure, and it just keeps firing.
That is crazy. Honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like he absolutely did the right thing going TML here, because Iron has been kind of clumping his forces, or his buildings rather. I don't know. I feel like it was calculated here.
Yes, exactly. FoxTermelon's smart. And he's going to take... Oh, man. FoxTermelon's losing his core mass. But Iron Commander might lose his army. Does he have the speed-reducing power armor on his units?
That has been honestly impressive the last couple of tournaments when players have used it. I was looking when you guys were casting that game against the Urchma, and I was like, God, that Urchma is doing like no damage to those loyalists, which was absolutely insane.
Right. So 3 out of the 4 core mass are gone for FoxTermelon, and that is going to be a huge problem. And Iron Commander is going to continue to destroy mass extractors, and this is going to be trouble for Fox.
This is so crazy, girl, because normally we see FoxTermelon doing this to Iron Commander on this map, and so far the roles have been reversed, with Iron Commander jump jetting all around the map. Absolutely incredible.
Exactly, but don't count FoxTermelon out. Remember, he is Aeon, and Aeon like to snipe. So if Iron Commander gets out of position, even for a split second, FoxTermelon could capitalize on this very quickly, and those Aeon units don't die very quick unless it's to unit or structure detonate.
You are definitely correct on the teleport, but that's what I was talking about with the building positioning early on. I think Iron Commander is prepared for any type of snipe attempts that FoxTermelon might try, and FoxTermelon is very, very far from it anyway. Defensive jump jet here as well for Iron Commander, doing very nice on the micro, still losing a lot of his production and a lot of his structures, which is honestly the only thing that's keeping FoxTermelon, I think, in this game. He's been able to pick off so many mass extractors, and I didn't realize just how many TMLs he actually has.
He's got 3, at least 3, and it literally destroyed all of his expansion. And a teleport in, he's really going to try to get in there and take some of that. Well, maybe he's going to pull back. He's going to split. What's he going to do? What's FoxTermelon doing?
I think he's going to try and exchange some mass extractors. He knows he's lost a lot of his base. He knows he has to do something about the economy of Iron Commander. They're still sort of on equal footing on this, on the army-wise. But yeah, he just needs to take care of the production. And I'm honestly surprised Iron is pulling his whole forces from the rear. I think that's a mistake. I think that might be a misclick because I think he has control grouped all of his units.
Probably. Ooh, this is not looking pretty for Iron here because of all the teleporting. But then again, we got jump jets, so let's see how they do.
Yeah, Iron tried to really utilize the movement of Fox there to try and Dedo, I think, on his units, but FoxTermelon did a nice job switching the directionality of his army there.
So Iron Commander cleaning up the front, in the front of his base. The back of his base is the problem. Once this is done, it's over for FoxTermelon, in my opinion. But FoxTermelon is really dug in there by his ACU with all those point defense.
Well, you know what he's doing, girl, now is my guess. You with the research overlay, he's gonna start taking his commander here in a second.
He's either gonna do that. He's probably gonna do that. I think you might be right. Or a loyalty gun could be pretty good too. No, he's going
against
Iron
not
Commander's
against
going ACU.
Yeah, not against spam.
Not against
spam
small
like
units. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I think overcharge is what he's going to be doing.
Guess what FoxTermelon just
overcharge
research. Rogue Nanites.
Yeah.
He's on the road. He's on the road. You were correct.
On a highway to
GG.
hell, apparently. Oh
yeah,
man,
he's on
what
the road
a game!
To highway to hell.
What a game, girl. That was crazy, and
that was amazing.
It's good to see Iron finally winning on open palms, and now going up 2-0 in this best out of 5. But it's not over for FoxTermelon. He can bring it back. The last time these two played, FoxTermelon went up 2-0, and Iron was able to bring it back 2-2. So we'll see what happens in the series, and I'm super, super excited to see who goes to the grand final of our tournament. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the finals match of the 10-year anniversary for the OSS anniversary. Man, I said anniversary twice. What is going on with me? I'm hungry too. Nite was just saying how hungry he is. I'm starving. We're going to get lunch here soon, hopefully. But this is the game 3 for the finals. The map is Desolatia version 2. I believe this is made specifically for Nite's tournaments. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to introduce somebody. I'm going to introduce the red player, Iron Commander, spawning in as the red Siren Commander, dropping down an air factory and a land factory. Give it to Nite of Misfortune. Take it away, dude.
On the other side of Desolatia, it is the one and only, the player that is probably feeling quite at home on this frosty map. It is FoxTermelon, opening up with a double air factory. What? What do you think about that, girl?
Yeah. I think it's crazy, but the rush distance is quite it's quite a ways away. He is feeling at home. He's in his motherland of Siberia, so he might be A-okay.
Yeah, well, Iron did open up with 1 air, so this might get interesting here if Fox can manage to get quite a bit of air out and win an air fight here. Wouldn't be surprised if, honestly, Iron stops his air production. That's an option, but maybe it's not the best one here. And yeah, I think FoxTermelon is getting definitely the upper hand here, taking out that scout.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to shut down Iron Commander's expansions quite easily. Iron Commander is now definitely seeing the problem. He's thinking, I'm in danger. Drops down a high damage air tower on both spots.
3 spots, actually, in the center as well.
No way. Oh, yeah. Ooh, man, bet those planes wish it didn't fly over that. At least that one who died.
I mean, every plane that Fox loses now is devastating.
Ooh,
and he just lost
2.
3, I think, or 2.
3?
I don't know. I kind of lost count, but I think he lost one against, he was fighting in the center, and then he lost another 2 just now flying over that anti-air, I think. And he's about to lose more, I think.
Yeah, I think that engineer is going to survive. He's going to lose. Oh, my goodness. This is a disaster.
Yeah, this is not looking so hot for FoxTermelon here. He calls GG already. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying this for forever. FoxTermelon, not the greatest at early air control, early air fights. Whenever I saw him play this, this type of game, it just doesn't go well for him in the first fight. But yeah, definitely well played by both players. I know maybe not that last game, but this was extremely entertaining to watch. I'm not sure why we're not on the end screen. Okay, there we go. But yeah, what were your thoughts on that series, girl?
Well, I thought the first two matches were incredible, amazing, and just so fun to watch. And just like, you didn't know who was going to win, right? You didn't know who was going to win at all. And this last one was a little bit of a disappointment, but that's okay. You know, it really high level play. These guys have been up this whole time. How long is this tournament going on? For like over 5 hours now?
Oh, 7 hours. Over 7 hours.
7 hours. So the players are getting tired. You know, I could hear it in your voice, Nite. You're getting a little tired. You need to eat something. So after this, I'm going to mandate it that Nite has to eat. So you just set up the stream and we just do whatever. You just put it on. And you know, you do your thing. You need to eat something, microwave something, okay, dude? Do it.
But, all right, I will listen to a daddy girl. Wait, what? That's mommy girl. Anyway, daddy, baby. I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else to cast the next match. I will sit one out, maybe even until the grand final, and just do the admin stuff. But anyway, FoxTermelon is not out yet. He's gonna be in the bottom bracket, and he's definitely a force to reckon with. So we will take a short break, set up the next game, and we will move on in the tournament. Don't go anywhere, guys. More Supreme Commander 2 coming up. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.